Hey Chloe, it's Friday, January 31st, the end of January.
Yeah, we're already done with like the third week of school, and there's only 15 weeks in the semester, and there's so much to do this semester.
So, in lieu of an actual video with a subject, which I don't have a subject this week, I'm going to be providing an update with how my life is going. And I'm going to split it into several parts. Part 1, reading books. So since I don't have that much reading to do for classes, I've been reading a lot of books on my own time. I've actually read several books this year. Number 1, I finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Number 2, I read Catcher in the Rye. Number 3, I finished the Silmarillion. And number 4, I finally read the Da Vinci Code, which I've been looking forward to reading because I got it at the thrift store for $1, and I was really looking forward to reading it. It's a really good story, but I think it's funny at the very beginning, Dan Brown's like, everything in this book is true, and I'm looking through it, and I'm like, some of this is not true. There's one part where it says Greek poetry is an iambic pentameter. No. I've also been able to read a couple of the plays by Sophocles. Sophocles? I don't know how to pronounce his name. They're really cool plays. I've read Electra and Ajax so far, and in this thing, there's Electra, Ajax, Philoctetes, the Oedipus Cycle, and I think that's all of them. I'm currently reading The Children of Hurin, which I got from a library. I bought it from a public library in Virginia. Here are the books I have yet to read this semester. Flatland, The Sins of the Scriptures, Studies in Medieval and Renaissance Music, The Hymns of Orpheus, Othello. This copy is 105 years old, so I'm going to place this here. Another Tolkien book, Unfinished Tales of Numenor and Middle-earth, and finally Ovid's Metamorphoses, which I've started, but I have not nearly completed. There's also this book, which I'm really excited to read. It's called The Sound Reinforcement Handbook, and it's a textbook for my audio electronics course. That's a nice segue. Part 2, courses. Chloe, my course load for the semester is as follows. 9 a.m. electronic music, 10 a.m. digital audio, 11 a.m. intro to electronics, 12 noon is choir, and 1 o'clock is either conducting or tone meister. Electronic music and digital audio are kind of like one class. We're talking about synthesis and digital audio theory, and we're using a program called Reason, which is really cool, and we're talking about a lot of MIDI, basically stuff that I really like. Intro to Electronics is cool because I really like having science-based courses, and it's basically a bunch of circuit analysis, which I'm also interested in. Choir's choir, and that's always fun. Conducting it's interesting. But also at 1 o'clock on Friday, I have Tone Meister, which is the art of kind of recording live. It's a difference between recording like a symphonic band and recording like a rock band. And then, of course, there's my favorite class for this semester, Audio Electronics, which I just showed you the textbook for. Basically, it's taking electronics and audio and connecting them. How voltages, resistance, all the different gear and stuff, how all the electronics applies to what we're trying to do as audio engineers. And it's really awesome! Alright, Chloe, that's all that I have time for. I gotta pack because I'm going to Mansfield for the weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday.